We are officially back on day 93 in our 100 days world on the river, and as you can see, we are quickly running out of time. But honestly, over the last couple of streams or so, we have been getting around to building an incredible bar by the riverside over here, and today we will continue the grind for that. Now, one thing that I have definitely been thinking about recently is that I'm very happy that we ended up taking the time to just go around and start building this build as opposed to go for more materials, because we definitely would have run out of time in order to make this look exactly how I would like it to look. But as you can see, it really is starting to come together already. I do definitely hear some zombies below us, but as the night begins to fall, I do think that it's going to be important to try to fill in this area with wheat if we can as well. We got the man Spooky in the house too. A grand old welcome back to the 100 days world, my man. Oh my gosh, there must be so many mobs underneath here. It is so loud. Okay, I forgot. I kind of like this interior. I don't think I'm going to be able to think with all of these mobs that we have below us though. So I don't know how I was able to... yeah, there are monsters nearby. I don't know how I was able to make that work for such a long period of time. I do think that we will come in here and we will head to sleep for the night. A happy Monday, my man. Today was the first day of school, so it was definitely a long day, and I still have work to do, so I unfortunately will not be able to stream too long, but I did want to stream a little bit and get at least a day or two's worth of progress done here in the world and be able to connect with you guys. And it's definitely looking like it's going to be a testing week. And we're so close to being able to finish recording this, so I really wanted to keep on working on it. I do think I must have some building barrels over here, but I'm forgetting that I want to put my shield into our offhand, and then I guess we'll dig down into here. There's so many mobs somewhere around here. I think we'll just head on this way, down through here. And we might as well have a torch nearby too, because I know that it's going to get... Okay, here we are. Take a deep breath. Oh man, we're not there. I hear mobs all around. Just place something down right here. Could it be the cave over there? Oh, there's so much stuff around here. And there he is. Come and try me, zombie man. Come and try me. Come and try me. There's two of them. Okay. Just come on. Yeah, okay, perfect. Oh. I don't think you can hit me off. Oh, but these guys are just gonna run around like this. Okay, we are... Come on. I can't go down one more block. Well, technically, actually, we can like so. And this, I do believe, will make it much easier for us to get these zombies as they come over here. There goes one. I don't know why I'm being such a wimp. I have a diamond sword here. We're running out of time, Slip. But just quickly, wow, what a cave. This is a massive cave that we have under here. Another zombie too? I had no idea. Okay. Well, at least it's lit up under the base now. So I can think once again. So we'll just plug that guy up like nothing ever happened here. And then I do think that I want to deposit our materials over here somewhere. I think that this chest is going to be the spot for it. And I'm wondering, have any of you guys been kind of looking at any of the real life Slip shorts that I've been making recently? I'm going to be making another one today if I have time, and I've just been having a total blast doing it recently. Gosh, I just heard a zombie turn into a drowned below us. Hey. But I've really been enjoying doing it, I gotta say, and applying my video editing skills in new ways. It takes me about 30 minutes or so to make them right now, but I've only made like 2, so I'm assuming that I'm gonna be able to get it down even as of tonight to like maybe 15-20 minutes or so, which is something that I'm definitely excited about. I do think that right away, just because I'm thinking about it for the time being, we are going to come in here. We'll hit start recording. I'm not sure exactly what we'll use. Maybe a little bit of the commentary. Actually, I take that back. I've been pushing myself not to do as much replay mod on the 100 days in particular. I'm not going to do that because I'm challenging myself to be as in person as I can when it comes to the minute to minute in this playthrough. But also, I'd love to know, happy Monday. How did y'all's Monday go so far? Oh, it'd be cool to build a wine cellar down there. Spooky, that's a great idea. I just know I don't have time. I am too close. Oh, actually, why don't we make an infinite water source right here just to make our life a whole ton easier. I think by coming in here. Well, who knows? Actually, if we have enough time, we will. I have a feeling that we are running out of time very quickly. And so I kind of would have to, or I do have to focus on things above the ground before I consider thinking about things below the ground. Like even having a second floor for this house that would be lived in would be really nice. We do have that, a good interior here, but we could use a second floor. But I just don't know if I have time for that when I want to transform pretty much this entire area that we have right here into wheat, which is definitely going to take a solid amount of time, but is going to make it look really cool. And I think, I don't know, wheat makes any Minecraft thumbnail look a lot better, in my opinion, if it's like a sprawling field of wheat. I don't know, maybe I'm just biased because I like how it looks in Minecraft, which is probably the case if I'm being honest. Pretty good today, Spooky. That makes me happy to hear, man. Tell me, what did you end up getting up to? Yeah, today was the first day with the kids back at school, so it was really fun getting to know the kids, and I do think that it was a good first day. I've learned so much from my first year as a teacher to my second year as a teacher, and that really makes, I don't know, things a bit less stressful, but I'm still, bound pretty thin. And it's also nice knowing what I'm teaching, where as a first year teacher, you're kind of learning exactly what you're teaching at the same time while doing all the planning, and it is very time consuming as a teacher as it is during the school year. So doing it all and learning at the same time. And of course I'm still learning, and I have a long way to go as a teacher. But I can already see the the difference that even just having 1 year under your belt can do for your understanding of how things look and operate. And I do believe that other teachers kind of say similar things as well. Actually, we'll probably, if we have time, but I'm going to wait for it after, we'll probably have to extend the stone path up here, which will probably be a good idea. But we are almost ready to get around to tilling the soil, which is one of the most satisfying things in Minecraft, in my personal opinion. Hey, thank you. Yeah, being a teacher is difficult. I wouldn't. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Being a teacher is definitely a difficult job. I really did not realize how difficult it was until I actually started. I mean, even being an elementary school teacher, like it is, it's impressive, how difficult the job is. I, time and time again, have been quite humbled by that fact. I've always been this I'm so capable of doing everything sort of guy. And then I was a first year teacher last year and was like, A, I cannot do this by myself, and B, it is so much more difficult than I ever had imagined for it to be. So, and there's a special props when teachers meet other teachers, I think out in the field that have been through it, because it's like, oh, we know what it's like, in the same sort of way or a similar sort of way. I'm not going to say same. That people that have probably seen combat in the military, when they see each other and are veterans, there's that shared understanding, and I think that also applies to just so many different things in life. But yeah, it is a difficult job. And that is a part, I would say, of what makes it rewarding. I've also been kind of thinking about an interesting thought recently that applies to how I want to teach my kids about certain morals or values and that sort of thing. That is, we teach, and this is an important thing in elementary school, that, in order to have success, you need to work hard. And if you work hard and do good things, then good things will happen. And you treat people the way that you want to be treated. And those are such foundational skills to teach to children, I personally think. But at the same time, there is something to be said about the fact that financial success in the world, or even success on media, on YouTube and that sort of thing, is also, working hard in the right thing. So it's not just working hard, in order to have a certain sort of American or material success. Although objective, subjective fulfillment of life is also something that is worth considering. And I do think that it is a fulfilling life to be a teacher. But some of the hardest working individuals, teachers, healthcare workers, I do even think police officers and that sort of thing, firefighters, they do not get paid nearly a fraction in terms of their actual contribution to society and the difficulty of the work, those kind of two things together, versus other people that can, kind of mine crypto or I don't know, just big corporate things that, are maybe not as valuable in a societal sense, or maybe not as difficult nearly in terms of either time commitment or emotional or physical difficulty as other jobs. There's, being a construction worker is so essential too. A lot of these jobs are really hardworking jobs, but they do not pay as much as other jobs do. And so that's kind of an interesting thing. I've been thinking that it's probably important to teach children this sequentially, teach them how to work hard, and then also teach them about what are the most leverage, highest leverage points of being able to achieve the sort of success that you want. But I do think that it's not nearly talked about as much within education, about the fact that success is not just working hard and doing your best, but it's also sometimes just working hard and doing your best on the right things, for things that happen to be, I don't know, more lucrative for whatever reason, without it necessarily reflecting anything about the quality of the work, if that makes sense. Tell you about the MMA debut? Have you not heard this story before? It's a good one. I was in Madrid, and I was heading back from a gaming lounge. It was actually the first day after the pilot day on the Lotus SMP. And I ended up getting robbed by two muggers. I ended up fighting one. They both one grabbed my phone and ran away, and the other guy ended up taking me down to the ground, or trying to take my bag. I took him down to the ground. When I hit the ground, my hand kind of lost, control of the bag via the impact. And so the other robber ended up taking my bag and got away, just kind of like a little handbag sort of thing. And started to get away, and so I ended up chasing from behind and tackling him, and restraining him in a specific restraint hold, while other people came to the scene while screaming and getting the police to come, and many different things happened after that as well. It happened to be a 24-hour night. I had woken up at around 8 o'clock in the morning, and I had been returning from the gaming lounge at about 12:30, I believe, or so. And so I did definitely expect to be going to sleep that night, but via hospital visits and the police station and a bunch of other things, I did not actually get home until about 8:30 or so in the morning the day after. And then I was in quite a state of disrepair. It was not the prettiest sight, and those of you guys that are hanging out in the Discord a long time ago, I'm sure some of you guys probably remember what the images looked like the night of. But definitely a warrior story. I now have a scar on my head. Now I'm putting down a water stream. Okay, we're just gonna keep it like that. But yeah, definitely, it was quite the experience. It took a psychological toll on me too. And that's not a bad thing. I am much more hyper vigilant. I'm not in a paranoid necessarily sort of way, in danger or in situations that could potentially be dangerous. Better put. But nowadays, I totally am much more vigilant and on my wits when it comes to, I don't know, being in situations where things could be a bit more tense, or where things could, the situation could change in ways that I may not expect, and that could be dangerous. So, but I am happy I did for a couple years, not for a couple years, for a year or so, I do Muay Thai, which is a type of mixed martial arts. And I've always kind of been a fighter when it comes to the fight-flight response. But that was the first fight, technically speaking, that I was ever in, and happens to, do quite a good job, I guess, at defending myself. I was able to get everything back somehow, which I don't understand, although I did have a scar and 2 broken fingers from the event as well. Also kind of crazy for an elementary school teacher. This guy I don't know, for someone my age, I think I have lived a significant amount of life to tell. Some pretty crazy stories for someone of my age, and especially of my upbringing. I lived in a specific hometown where, based on my trajectory of life, I have many stories to tell that people that come from my particular area of youth, you could say, would never have those stories, which is, I don't know, it's interesting. They've been very impactful on my life as well. But I will say it is a good feeling to once again be already getting some seeds into the ground here. It's actually starting to come together quite quickly too. Although that usually also means that I am going to run out of seeds pretty quickly. But maybe after terraforming that entire island for Lotus SMP episode 1, which you can definitely take a look at if you haven't. I'm very happy with that episode, the pilot episode. I ended up terraforming an entire island, and so this probably does not seem nearly as daunting to me as a result, I would probably say. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? I think we're back. I can hear myself at least. Big welcome, Elliot, and also a big welcome, Boulder Shoulder. Yes, Boulder Shoulder. And I have heard, upon telling people that story, that Madrid has definitely gotten a bit more dangerous over the last maybe 10 or 20 years or so. But I do, that is a shame, of course, but I think that also applies to pretty much any major city, that happens to be getting bigger and bigger. And, I think even, it applies to many capital cities as well. Okay, I totally just hit my microphone off the boom mic. And we have Lily in the chat as well. A grand welcome. Happy Monday. It has been a good one. It has been a hectic one, a stressful one. All for a good reason. Today was the first day of school. So we are back in action. I still probably have more work to do tonight, which is something that I'm like, oh. I got to work at 6:30 a.m. and I left work at 4:15 actually, p.m. So 10 hours. So it would be nice to not have to do any more tonight. It's almost 7 o'clock my time. So that it is starting to get late. I think I will, just because I wanted to stream and get a little bit of work done probably have to do a working, eating dinner and then kind of just head to sleep. Potentially, or maybe I'll just wake up and, not overdo it. The reality is that I have a whole ton of papers that I can cut out for this upcoming work weekend. I do want to do a bit of editing for my slides for tomorrow's math lesson if I do have enough time for the second day of school to actually deliver it. I do know I want to get those things done before school, but I don't have to do all of the laminate, so I can kind of pick and choose. I don't really have to do the laminate at all, if I'm being really honest, but I would feel better, and I do like batching things, so it's not a bad idea to sit and watch some TV or some YouTube and eat dinner and cut up some stuff, and then maybe tomorrow morning before the gym or when I get to work I can adjust the slides a bit more before the school day starts. That could be the game plan. I believe. I do hope that we have some more seeds. We're gonna have to find out together, but I'd love to know how things have been for you guys. What is everyone's favorite part of the day? I do think that for me, my favorite part of the day would probably be just, I don't know, how excited and nervous, I don't know, all of the kids are on the first day of school. As well as me. I don't know. I was also nervous. There's a lot of nerves. Like it's, school is an interesting thing. Like, a workplace environment is kind of this static thing where people kind of come and go, but it's much different where everyone takes a break and then everyone moves on to the next like skill bracket, with new people and new teachers or bosses like along the way. You know what I mean? And so it's a very rewarding feeling, I think, of growing a grade level and, moving on to the next step. And also nerve-wracking being placed into a classroom with all these people that you know or do not know, both of it, and being like, okay, we're going to spend like all of our time together for the next year. And then for the teacher, you're in charge of all of that. So it really can be a lot. I never really thought about that until kind of just rambling about that too. It's kind of interesting. But I would say that's probably my favorite part about it. And then, I don't know, it was good to get a workout in this morning. And then I actually, I was late to stream tonight because I wanted to do, yes, we have seeds too. I was late to stream tonight because I ended up going back to the gym for about 20 minutes. I had only been able to go for about 40 minutes. So I wanted to get the full hour in. And I ended up just doing yoga, which was really relaxing. I just kind of stretched out for a little bit and, I was in like a runner's lunge and just sifting into, I don't know, the good feelings of your mobility kind of increasing when you stretch out your hip. And I was really enjoying it, and I couldn't get myself back to the computer quickly enough in time in order to start stream in the first place. And so I do think that that was also a really good part of my day as well. Okay, let's grab a sip of water and take a look at chat too. Hello, Elliot. I think the build's looking good. Why don't we take a look? We still have plenty of wheat that we're gonna have to get. But look at this. I mean, they're really starting to come together. I could make the roof a little bit more interesting. But I don't know. We're on day 96. We're running out of time. Genuinely. We'll have to see. Oh, and Spooky, you wanted to be an algebra teacher when you were in high school? That's cool. I like that. I never wanted to be a math teacher. I always wanted to be a teacher, but now I am a math teacher, which is fun because I do love being a math teacher. I've grown to really enjoy it in the subject matter, and it makes me better. But it forced me to have to work and get better at my weakest kind of academic discipline when I was a kid. I was very good at school and really excelled with pretty much every single subject matter, but I did not at all excel in math. But as an elementary school teacher, you become certified to teach not only math, but also literacy. It's a multi-domain sort of certification. And then that means that based on job availability, you may end up teaching a subject that you're not as you're not as excellent at, I guess you could say, which is interesting. I do now in retrospect think that math is actually better suited for me as a teacher. At least in elementary school education, I think that I have a lot of potential to be good, especially, people say that if you weren't good at it yourself, then you also understand the kids that weren't good at it or didn't like it and that sort of thing. So I do hope that that will help me reach them better. Be able to reach them more. Okay, now we'll come on down here with our hoe as well. But I can already tell we are going to be running out of our seeds very quickly here. We will make the most of it. So anyway, tomorrow will be another good but hard day. The first couple weeks of school are always a lot. And I also am working 6 days a week. So I'm going to officially tell you guys that I'm trying my best to get a video out, or videos out, as y'all can see, but at least this chapter right now is things are very busy. And I have for years really killed myself to try to get out videos. So I am really, as much as I can, treating the creation process in this little, acute season of life as just really enjoying myself. Like, I'm having a great time hanging out with you guys. But I'm not going to stream until, God knows what hour, or just extra push it with time, just to get more videos out, where that can always come, and so I think that I'm still keeping consistent, but that definition of how frequent that consistency, at least for right now, just has to change as a result of how busy the first little bit of school is, as the kids learn all of the routines and all of the beginning of the year things are started to be are instantly expected of you before you can really get into things of when you get into the Hearthstone of learning, the kids have kind of understand what's expected of them, and a lot of the things when it comes to field trips and permission slips and beginning out of school events that come up at the beginning of the year, and all of these all of the extra messages you send with parents and communication at first, and things do taper off a little bit in the middle of the year, and then kind of once again at the end of the year, but especially at the beginning of the year, it can be really crazy as a teacher. But in a good way. Again, in a good way. It's for a good reason. And I don't know, for me, it's definitely something that pushes me to be my best as much as I can, which I do think is something I personally enjoy as a human being. Okay, it's looking not too shabby here. We are on day 96. Oh man, I'll show you guys right here. It's day 96. We're almost going to have to say goodbye to this world. And bada boom. I don't know. For me, I'm really... Let's see. To maximize the amount of time that we have, I guess we will continue along into the night, I will say, just for the time being. Really just in order to finalize this area for the 100 days. I can't believe we are already there. Although at the same time, man, I struggle so much. This is me, and I feel like you guys are probably okay with it, but I struggle so much to be able to record anything. Like literally streaming, recording, like if it's dark, then I feel like it's bad. It's so hard when you're playing with shaders sometimes in Minecraft to be able to have a good balance actually of lighting in a way that, you know, makes when the sun is out in this world, as you can see it continues, it looks so stunning. But sometimes there are times when the shadows can be a little bit too much, and I'd prefer, as the creator of the content, for you guys to have the most aesthetic touch as much as I can make it happen. So man, I did not realize how big this wheat field is. I think we'll probably, I don't know, we'll hopefully be okay. Something just like that. Maybe we'll also go into our F5 to make our life a little bit easier too. And so the game plan for streams for this week as well. Hopefully, I've been trying to do the Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule. Then Tuesdays and Thursdays, I strictly will do replay mod cinematics. And we're working on Lotus Episode 2 at the moment. So Wednesday and Friday, hopefully some Lotus streams coming up as we continue to side quest the monorail. And this series, the 100 days, and then eventually our 100 days in the Arctic will be on Mondays, only coming after this. Along with potentially another creative build, or creative building stream, I guess you could say. As we work on our next build on Lotus, which I am not going to release the video until I am as happy with it as I was for our episode 1, just to do it and do season 4 in the quality and in the storytelling capability that I do know that I'm capable of. But time really just happens to be the limiting factor, as it always is in this thing here that we call life, right? Time is always the factor. It is kind of cool. I do enjoy using F5 from time to time to plant down crops like so. It's really just a different experience. Oh man, this build is really starting to come together. I will say that too. And bada boom, just like so. And then we could maybe, no, we could. There we go. And then we can hop up here, and then I say, why don't we try to start tilling out this area as well that's leading in right next to the path. Because as you can see, we are going to be going pretty much wheat everything based on all the stuff that we have in these fields right here. And that is more than okay with me. Yeah, Spooky, it is always bittersweet reaching day 100, I think. You know, for me, there's always a point around like day... usually it's like day 45 and day 65 in 100 days, before I get to like day 70, where I am like, I'm kind of like, man, this is a big project. Like day 45, I'm like, dang, I'm not even halfway. And then at day 65, I'm like, I'm not even 3/4 of the way. Like, this is a long project. 100 days are really absolutely no joke. But then every single time, undoubtedly, whenever I finish a 100 days, I get really nostalgic. And I don't go back to the worlds. which is okay. I mean, that's why I have my forever world, and I don't know, I treat Lotus like a forever world, although it only lasts one year. As someone that creates content, my world also, besides the forever world, which is something that's very special and important to me, most of my worlds kind of live through the videos that I make and the story that is told through the creation of the world. And so, you know, the creation of the world here and our time that we are spending together is really the story of this 100 days, and it does not have to last here forever. I mean, look at all of us that have been hanging out here on stream, and I haven't even asked everyone. Oh my gosh, I forgot how many people. Absolutely insane, the amount of people that we have here and that have commented. We got Spooky the Man over here too. That's so cool. I forgot about that. Really awesome. Really awesome. And so we can head back over in this direction. Make sure that we close the door like a good Minecrafter man, you could say. And it does look like we are also out of food. We never really got around to doing anything except for wheat in this world, and the reason is, for whatever reason, in this jungle or in this river-only world, you'll see if we kind of look around us, we've actually have no animals, and I don't know why. Whenever I kind of just spawned this world and started playing, I didn't find anything. It's kind of just been empty. Which is definitely peculiar, you could say. We do have fish, and we do have squid. And so you would think that we would have on-land animals too, but we just don't for whatever reason. And so once again, we continue on like so. With our diamond hoe in our hand, I do think that it is about to run out of durability. I do kind of want to hold on to it though. We may not have any more iron. And if you are enjoying stream and the just about end of this 100 days, definitely consider leaving a like on the stream and let me know if you are also excited for the upcoming 100 days in the Arctic, which will be an upcoming kind of holiday season video that I'm excited to work on. All right. That is the end of the durability on our hoe, unfortunately. And I do think that it is time for us to head into our storage and see what we actually have left for us to build with. Here officially on day 97, as the sun is starting to go quite lower in the horizon. I do want to very quickly just head into cheaty cam mode and take a look and see how this is looking. Pretty solid, I would say. Pretty solid. I do think that the thumbnail will probably come from actually this direction here, meaning that we are almost good to go. Although I will spend the remaining time, I do kind of want to come in down here as well and be able to fill in the rest of the plotted lands that we have. And I do think that as long as we have actually some iron to our name, I do think that we will be okay. And unfortunately, we had this zombie villager the entire time. But unfortunately, we're not going to have time to cure you, and no way of doing so. So I do think that finally, it's for the sake, and you can get mad at me in the chat, for the sake of finally having our storage area open, being able to close that trapdoor, which I couldn't for the last like 60 days. We now have a full storage area. And we can head in here. We do have a name tag. We could have name tagged him. So maybe that was a bad thing for me to have done. We have 1 diamond here. I do not think that we have any iron left to our name, unfortunately. Just gonna change the song very quickly. I think so, and this is always what happens to me. I always focus way too much on the building, and I just do not focus enough on having iron or diamonds or anything like that. Do I even have stone is the question. That I use everything that we have to our name? It could be it could be the case here. We'll have to find out. We'll head into our chest right here. No iron as well. At least we do have some cobblestone, so we can, oh man, make a good amount, I would say, of our hose. And we have all of these materials that, unfortunately, we will not be able to get to use as well. And that is totally a bummer too. Okay, and it does look like we should probably also keep our water buckets in hand too. Although now I cannot really remember where I ended up putting our infinite water source. I do believe maybe somewhere over in this direction here. Yes, we may end up taking all of the water out of here. Just kidding. I guess a 3-block infinite water source actually does happen to work. And man, here comes the sun. We are almost here for day 98. It is a bittersweet feeling, you could definitely say. We are going to bust through these stone hose as so quickly too. Watch this. I mean, I feel like for the hose, the speed of hoeing things really does not change whatsoever. But the durability is really the major thing. As you can see, we can make some quick work. We will come in with a couple more water buckets too, I believe, but that hoe is already at half durability. So it is what it is, you could say. But we'll continue around here just like this too. And maybe connect it a little bit more like that if we can, just to make it aesthetic. And hey, thank you guys. That really does mean a lot. And the reason for that is because I use these streams personally as my way to de-stress. As you know, I've been talking about, I'm an elementary school teacher and today was the first day of school. And so there was a whole ton of things going on. And this is my little bit of respite, or respite. Respite is the word. Before I get back to the grind. And I've been really happy that I do think that I've been able to give the kiddos my best energy so far. And we'll continue to do that as much as I can. Part of being a teacher is totally being as patient as you can, especially during the first weeks of school. So, you know, prioritizing sleep and, you know, just really prioritizing them is such an important thing. It is the right thing to do as well, for sure. And I am glad that, you know, over the last couple of years, we've been all able to, I don't know, connect through these streams as that Enderman goes around, and I've become so much more comfortable doing them. That Enderman is freaking me out, man. And there goes our stone hoe, just like so. And we'll take one more look. I'm gonna change our song. I am happy that we have a bit more new stuff here on our stream playlist. But I will say that I am very, very thankful for all of you guys for just hanging out and spending some time with me. Look at this place really wow, actually. We are starting to really get somewhere. I say, why don't we take... Wow, look at this. On day 98. I do think that for the memory books, and we'll throw it into the Discord tonight after stream, we have this beautiful screenshot. Actually, let's move it a little bit more this way. And we can use it for our thumbnail. For our probably last stream next Monday in this world. Which is an incredible feeling. I started this project and have been working on it little bit by little bit since I think May or April, I think more April of last year, or of not last year, of this past year. And so now we are just about at the end. It is absolutely incredible. I'm not going to finish it tonight. It is time for me to, unfortunately, do a little bit more work, but also to have some dinner. Consider hanging out with us in the Discord and maybe playing some Wordle, if that sounds interesting to you. And I really do appreciate you guys spending the time with me tonight. A big thank you to Spooky, a big thank you to Lily, as always. Elliot, thank you so much for hanging out. I mean, again, all of you guys, so many people that have left comments here over the 100 days. You guys will always be part of this world. And I think that that's a special thing. But I will see you all on Wednesday for our next stream. Happy Monday. And I will catch you all very, very soon. Thank you, Lily. Good night, y'all. And shout out to 51 viewers watching at 51 minutes in stream. Night, y'all.